speaker, Justine Locke. A passionate champion for equity and inclusion, Justine currently teaches 5th grade in the Edmonds School District. Today, she will graduate from the Danforth Educational Leadership Program with her Master's in Education. Justine is also a proud mother of 2 and aspires one day to be our U.S. Secretary of Education. Please join me in welcoming Justine to the podium.
Congratulations and welcome, University of Washington College of Education graduates. We join together today as the classes of 2020, 2021, and 2022. As I look into this sea of ambitious faces, I am inspired to know that we will all leave today ready with the knowledge and practices to step into this world of education as change agents, serving our students and communities, reimagining what education can look like, fills my heart with joy. Reimagine, a word that inspires and welcomes change and transition, a word that invites us to think differently, to think beyond, to think outside what we have been told for centuries is impossible, to think and dream with limitless possibilities about our collective futures, what we can create, and who we can become. Our awareness of the inequities that exist for our students of color, our impoverished students, our students who have immigrated, and our students living and thriving with disabilities, equips us to make a shift toward the educational justice. We are not just in the business of children. We are in the business of helping children reach their full potential and supporting their families. These children, our children, will grow to be the adults and the citizens of our changing world. When we tell them they can, they believe us. And when we tell them they can't, they believe that too. We are their model and their advocate for systemic change. If we create opportunities for families, students, and teachers to work together, we can identify and eliminate barriers while upholding and celebrating strengths. We can engage students in a growth mindset, building their confidence and declaring their victories. This will be measured by an increase in confidence, self-esteem, stamina, and ultimately progress for all. This is equity. Ten years ago, I was a beloved lunch lady. I had just started my bachelor's program and was ready to drop it all together because I loved that I got to see each and every student daily. As food service workers, we had that unique opportunity to transform a day or start somebody's day with a smile. Someone whispered to me to remember my dream. Though I felt the world fighting me at times, raising my teenagers, deaths in my family, witnessing domestic violence within close relationships, the world set aflame following the deaths of Ahmaud Arbery and George Floyd. I learned that life will always ask us, how bad do we want it? And want it I did. I had dreamed of becoming a teacher since I was in 5th grade, a principal since I was in high school, and a superintendent since I became a young adult. Through it all, I have carried with me this passion to make sure that kids know they are seen, heard, and valued. I moved into an event staff role, which opened up a door for me to become a paraeducator. Then I finished my undergrad to become a substitute teacher, a teacher, and now I stand before you, a graduate of a Master's of Education program at the University of Washington. And a future assistant principal in the school district that raised me. I am truly building my dream while living my dream. When I share this story with people, I often hear, you started from the bottom. If you consider being a lunch lady the bottom, then I invite you to reimagine what education looks like to you. because education takes all of us. It will take all of us to move from colonialism to sovereignty, to move from displacement to preservation. It will take all of us to restore, repair, and rebuild what has been broken. Trust, hope, and integrity. It will take all of us. There is no hierarchy in a system that makes space for everyone's voice and contribution. If all really means all, then it will take all of us to ensure we make good on the promise of educational justice for each and every one of our students. Remember your dream. When you get home and the dust has settled, the joy has shrunk down to a tangible bite, and you have stepped outside of your comfortable university learning spaces where everyone's heart was on fire for educational justice. Write it down. Your dream is your why. Take your dream and write it in a space where you can see it, shouting back at your doubt, shouting back at your imposter syndrome, shouting back at your feelings of defeat in the face of a system that will need to be taken apart brick by brick. Let your dream shout back at you. Dig into your values, explore options that bring hope, and do your due diligence to lead through a lens of love. Lean in when it feels lonely. Lift someone up when you feel like you've got a good grip. Learn to move strategically in a way that brings everyone along. Seem impossible? That's because we are not meant to do this work alone. When life asks you how bad you want it, and it will, look at it and shout your why. Remember your dream. You can do hard things, and you are destined for great things. We can and we will. Let's do.
Thank you, Justine.